Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how I cut and sewed this beautiful milkmaid top you're watching on the screen right now. So if today is your first time of watching my channel, you are welcome, and if you are a return subscriber, you're welcome as well. I'll be showing you only the top in this particular tutorial. I'll be posting how I make the pants in another tutorial, but in this particular video I'll be showing you only how I make the top. So if you are interested in this kind of tutorial, please stay back and watch the tutorial from beginning to the end. Thanks for watching my channel. So here is the fabric I'll be using for this tutorial. This is a sample material. And for this tutorial I'll need my scissors, my ruler, my chalk, and definitely I'll need my tape rule as well. So those are the things I'll need for this tutorial. I will not be using pattern paper for this tutorial. I'm going to be cutting straight down on the fabric. I'll be cutting it straight on the fabric. I will not be using pattern paper. And this is a very simple and easy method, easiest method ever. So I want you to stay back and watch this tutorial from beginning to the end. So let's get started. So from the top length, I'm going to remove 5 inches. Can you see? I just placed my tape rule from 5 inches and I'm working with the length, top length of 19. Then I'm going to just plus. This is my 19. This is 19 I want to use. Then I'm going to plus just 2 inches. That 2 inches is for folding allowance and stuff like that. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to take out what is our bust measurement. Our bust is 36. This is 36. Then I'm going to add 3 inches. This 3 inches, 2 inches for sewing allowance, 1 inches for seam allowance. I hope you get that. I added 3 inches. The 3 inches that I added is 2 inches for normal sewing allowance that I always add. Then the 1 inches is for the zip allowance. So I'm going to cut it out now. So that's why I'm cutting it out. So this one that I cut now is the back body. This is the back body, and I removed 5 inches from the length measurement. The 5 inches that I removed is going to fall at the hand because it's an off the shoulder dress. You understand? So this one now I'll be using the back to cut the front. Then I will minus just the 1 inches that I had earlier. You know, I added 1 inches for zip allowance. So I will minus that 1 inches from the front measurement. I will minus it. So I'm just trying to measure it and to remove the extra on it. Then I'm going to cut it out as well. So this is what I have. So this is the front body. This is the front body now. After you already cut out your back, you cut your front, don't place the two together yet. So I'm going to cut the front now. Please pay a very close attention to this method that I want to use. Now you remember I said earlier that I remove 5 inches from the upper part. I remove 5 inches. So now I'm going to rule out our breast point. Our breast point is 9.5. Our on the bust is 12.5. So now I'm going to rule the two out now. I'm going to rule just the breast point and the on the bust for this method that I'm going to use. The on the bust and the breast point. So I just ruled that out. Can you see? I just ruled that out now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is that I'll see where I'm measuring. So I'm going to measure 1 inches from here. You can decide to use half inches. You can decide to use half inch and quarter depending on your choice. But here I'll be using 1 inches. After you measure your 1 inches, The next thing you're going to do is that you're going to measure your nipple to nipple, which is your breast pan. It's very, very important. So for the nipple to nipple, our nipple to nipple is 7, then plus half-inch sewing allowance. So I have to add the half-inch sewing allowance to it. Then I'm going to rule it down. But before that, let's take our measurements for accurate stuff. So I'm going to rule it till this breast point. No need to rule it to up. You can decide to rule it till up, but I'll just rule it till the breast point. Just make sure that you rule it. After ruling it, then we will do our can you see? So this is what we have now. Now the next thing you are going to do now, this is where this style comes in. Place your ruler as shown. Can you see the way I place the ruler? Please, if you don't have this ruler, you can use your hand. You can just use your hand, and anything you are doing, you are going to stop at this point, at the point that you measure your nipple to nipple. Please, that's where you're going to stop. So I'm going to rule it now. I'll show you guys. See, can you see? This is where I stop. I stop at that edge. Thank you. I stop at that edge. After you measure it like that, the next thing you need to measure from this side, because this is the initial measurements we are using. This is the initial measurement from the beginning. So I just add the sewing allowance to this cutout, no extra. So from this edge, measure 2 inches or 3 inches, depending on your choice. Measure 2.5. You can use 2.5. You can use 3 inches. You understand? You can use 3 inches. You can use 2.5. Measure it. Then place your ruler as shown again. Place it like this. Place it as shown. Can you see what I have? So this is what I have now. Then come to this side. Measure 1 inches. Do your slope here. Measure 1 inches and just do it like this. Yes. Then the next thing we are going to do now is to take our measurements. What is the person bust measurement, the person waist measurement, and how much are you using for the down parts? So I'm just trying to take the bust measurement plus 2 inch sewing allowance. Make sure that you have the allowance. Then I'll come to the waist. I'll come to the under bust. I'll measure the same thing. I will add sewing allowance to it as well. So this is what I have. So I'm going to connect this line together. I'm going to connect the lines together. I'm going to connect the 2 lines together. Now, another thing you need to do now is the down measurement. It's very, very important. The down of your top. How much are you using for the down of your top? For the top now, I'll be using 11 for the down. I'm not going to be using this 10. I'm going to add to it now. I'll be using 11. I want the top to be a little bit free at the down parts a little bit. So that's why I make that down part 11. So I'm going to connect the line. I'll connect that down part. I'll connect it to the under bust. Now, you might ask me that, what if the person waist measurement is more than then I'm going to cuff this place so that it will not come sharp like this. You understand? I'm not doing any design at the down part. I will not be doing anything at the down part, so I'll just leave the down part as straight as it is. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut all this structure all this thing that I mark out, I'm going to cut it out now. So let's cut it out and see what we got. Now this is where we need to, after you cut it out now, what we are going to do is that the one I cut now, this one that I cut, I don't need it. I don't need this one. But now, if I have two methods that I always use to cut this particular style, I can decide to place this one on another fabric and cut another one. But I will not be doing that. I'll be using another method for this tutorial, another simple method. So I want you to pay very close attention to this in details. I want you to pay very close attention to this in details. So the one, let's say I want to use the method I said. So I'll just place this. I'll place it on it as shown. Then I'll just measure some things, measure it like this. But I'm not using this method anyway. I will not be using this method. So let's go to the method I want to use. So I'm going to place this on another fabric. I'll place this on the fabric, not as shown. I'm going to change it because I need the space in between here. I need it to be more than 5 or 5 upward. 5, from 5 at least. Then at the same time, at this edge here where my hand is, at this edge, at the upper part here, at the upper part here, I need it to be more than, like this place, yes, I need this place to be at least 1 inches longer than this main fabric. So that's why I added to it. I need to add at least 1 inches to the length measurements. Now this middle part, I need it at 5 or more than 5. It's okay, just place it as shown. Just place your fabric as shown on another fabric. So here I have 5.5. Then I'll just mark it out as shown. I'll just mark it out like this. Just mark it out like this. Yes, so cut it out. After you mark it out, cut it out. This is it. So I'm going to cut it out now. What I mark out, I'll cut it out. After cutting it out, so this is it. I already cut it out. Now this is what I have. So I want to show you guys how I'm going to go about it. I'm going to cut all this one. I'm going to cut lining for them. I'll be cutting their interfacing because I will line it. So I just want to show you guys. Later I want to pin it on. So I just pin it. I want to show you something before we move to the machine. So this is it. So I'm going to notch the down part of this. Then I'm going to like do my pleats on it. I'll do my pleats round this place. I'll do my pleats all around that place. You understand? I'm going to do my pleats around that place. So I'll be showing you that in the sewing tutorial anyway. So let's move to the back bodies. Let's cut the back. Let's cut the back of our dress. Just want to show you how to cut an off-shoulder back in case if you don't know or you are having difficulty in that. So this is my zip allowance. So first thing foremost, I have to rule out my zip allowance at the back. So I will rule it out. This is it. After ruling it out, now we remove 5 inches from the initial measurement, right? So don't forget that you remove 5 inches. So this is the person's shoulder measurement, 15. Then I remove the 5. Don't see, I removed the 5 before I measured the 15. So I'll repeat the same thing here as well. Then I'm going to connect the 2 lines. I'll connect the lines. After connect, I'll do it as shown again. Can you say that? So after doing it like this, the next thing you need to consider is how much are you using for your neck. So for the neck, I'll be using 5 inches. Yes, from the zip allowance, I'll be using 5 inches for the neck. Is okay. So I'll be using 5 inches for the neck. Then from here, from the neck right now, I'll connect a line that will stand for my armhole. So I'll connect a line from here. Can you see? Just wash carefully. So I'll just connect a line like this. This will stand for my armhole. This will stand for my armhole measurement. Then I will take the bust measurements, the waist measurements, and I'll cut. So the next thing I want to cut now is the rope. The rope we'll be putting on the neck of our dress. So I want to cut the rope. So for the rope, I'll be using 1.5 by, depending on your choice, you can make it by 60, by 40, by 50. So that is that about that. I just cut out the rope. So the next thing we're going to cut now is the sleeve. Let's cut the sleeve. Now this is what I did. My sleeve is 23, then I make it 25. I added 2 inches extra to the sleeve length because I'll be folding it at the upper part and I'll be folding it at the down part as well. So that's why I added 2 inches to the length measurement. Now this is for the neckline. Now we removed 5 earlier from our length measurement. This is the 5 right here. Let's say I'm not putting elastic on this sleeve now. I'll be using exactly this 5. I'll be cutting the 5 plus sewing allowance, but because I'll be putting elastic, at least I need space for the elastic to be able to draw. So I make it 8.5. I add it to the initial measurements. Then from here, can you see the way I did it? Just measure it across as shown. Then I use 7 for that place. I use 7. So I'm going to use ruler to connect the 2 lines together. Just connect that place, your armhole. So this is going to be for your armhole. This is where you're going to be joining with the clothes, with the dress rather, after you are done joining the body and you want to join the sleeve with the body. That's where you're going to join. So this is it. This is the sleeve. So I'm going to cut it out now. So I already cut out the interfacing, like I said earlier, for all the dress that we cut. I already cut interfacing. So the next thing we're going to do now is to join this. Can you see? There's the front that we pieces earlier. So you are going to join it together now. Just join it. After joining it, I'll take it for ironing. I will iron it before we proceed to the next step. So I already took that for ironing, but before we proceed, the next thing we need to do now is to sew this one. You're going to notch the middle, notch the down parts, is very important. Notch the down part. Then I'm going to fold this place. I'm going to fold the two. I'll fold the two. So this is the one I took for ironing earlier. This is the one I took for ironing earlier. This is it. I already open it and I already iron it. Even the lining as well, because I use the same fabric as lining for the front. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to turn it. I want to turn the down part. I'll turn the down part, the side. You turn everything. I'm going to turn this now. I'll turn the down part, the side. So after turning it, this is what you are going to have. Can you see? After turning it, this is what I have right now. But I forgot to turn the middle part as well. You have to turn this middle part. Yes, you have to turn it. So I want to turn that place. I'm going to turn everything. The only place you are going to leave is just your underbust, that place that we cut out earlier. You are going to leave that place. You are going to leave it. So this is it. This is what we got. You can just iron it. You can take it for ironing. Then I'm going to top stitch on this. I'm going to sew here. I'll sew. So this is it after sewing it. This is everything after I sew it together. This is what I have. So now I will now take these pieces of mine. I'll take it. So I'm going to pleat it here. But before that, before we start to pleat it, this edge here, make sure that the one that is going to be at the middle, by the time you sew it, this one that I'm holding right now, the side that is going to be at the middle, that is this side, fold only this edge, only this place. Just see the way I'm going to fold it. Don't worry, let me show you the way I'm going to fold it. Let me show you. Just watch this place carefully. Can you see? It's okay. Just up to that place. You are not going to fold the two sides though. Only one side, the one that is going to fall at the middle part. You are going to fold it as shown. Then you are going to do it back just the way we fold it earlier. We are going to fold it back like that. Just fold it back. Can you see? Now I will show you the reason why I did it like that, so that it will make your work neat. It's not because of anything. There's no big deal. So now let me show you. Now wash. Can you see? When you want to place it here, make sure that you leave at least half inch. Start from where the stitching starts, where the stitching stop. Don't place it like this, so because you know you are, because of the rope that you want to put. So don't place it like that. Just place it like this. Leave that edge. Then let's sew it now. Okay, I hope you understand that place, that point. Leave that edge because of the rope we are putting. Because we will putting rope. That's why I said you should leave that edge. I'll put the rope and you will see what I mean now. I'll put the rope, then just stitch it. Put your pleat. Put your pleat as shown. You can decide to cut this one that I'm pleating on the main body. You can decide to cut it more big if you want the cup side to be if you want the pleat to be fuller than the one I did in this tutorial. you can decide to cut it more big. Instead of leaving 5.5 or 6 inches in the middle, you can decide to leave 10 inches in the middle. You can decide to leave 10 inches. If you leave 10 inches in the middle, it will make that pleat side, it will make your pleating to be full. Now can you see? So as I was sewing it now, I stop now. I don't sew it to the last part. I want to fix the rope on it. I want to fix the rope. See, so that the rope will be able to enter here. I'm just trying to put the rope inside. I don't want to forward it. I want you to see how I put the rope inside. That's why I'm not forwarding it. So now, to this part now, this is the finishing part. We are going to sew this place with the clothes. That's why I stopped earlier, just to fix the rope. Then I'll be able to sew it. I hope you are getting it. If there is anything you don't understand in the tutorial, you can comment in the comment section. So make sure that you reverse that place so that the rope will not remove or the clothes will not lose later. So this is what you're going to have after doing it like that. My pleat is not much, but if you want more pleats, you can decide to do more pleats on that place. You understand? So this is what we got after fixing that place. The next thing I'm going to do now is to place the back on it. I'll place the back on it, and but before, the back is still on pieces. I never put zip at the back, so I'm going to use pin to pin the back, to pin the zip side. Then I'll join the body. After I join the body, I'll now fix my zip on the back. I'm just trying to put pin on the back, then I'll join the body. Then after joining the body, I'm going to fix the sleeve. This is the sleeve I'm trying to fix here. I'll fix the two sleeve and I'll fix the zip at the same time. And after doing it like that, we are done with our top. And after sewing everything together, this is what we have here right now. This is the top right here right now. You can decide to wear the top with shoulder, like you can decide to wear it as shown. Can you see? You can decide to wear it like this. And you can decide to off it. So thank you so much for watching my channel. God bless you. See you in my next tutorial. My next tutorial is going to be on this trouser that I wear. I'll be showing you in details of how I cut and sew it. So if you are interested in watching how I cut this, stay back and watch my next tutorial. Thanks for joining the channel. God bless you. Bye.